Recently, I've noticed a significant shift in my entertainment preferences. I'm watching far more anime than anything else. In this video, I want to share the reasons behind this change. While I haven't abandoned Western media entirely, my consumption has definitely tilted heavily towards anime. This has been on my mind for quite some time, and I felt that it was worth discussing. Perhaps you've noticed similar patterns in your own viewing habits, or maybe this will introduce you to some contradictions that you hadn't previously thought about. One major factor in my shift has been my disappointment with Disney's recent creative direction. A studio once celebrated for groundbreaking creativity and originality now seems overly reliant on sequels, reboots, and live-action adaptations. The constant stream of remakes rarely captures the magic or emotional resonance of the originals, which had led me to seek out more compelling content elsewhere. Let me break down a little bit of what I mean. The live-action Cinderella genuinely enhanced the original story, adding layers to characters and proving these adaptations could work. Maleficent offered an interesting reimagining of Sleeping Beauty, but it established a problematic trend. Disney began believing that every villain needed a sympathetic backstory rather than embracing dramatically compelling antagonists. Beauty and the Beast played things safe, offering little beyond a shot-for-shot recreation. Then came the live-action Lion King, entirely CGI with photorealistic renderings that stripped away the expressiveness and emotion of the original. The Little Mermaid was overly long, made questionable narrative decisions, and underperformed despite its massive budget. Beyond remakes, these issues extend across Disney's entire portfolio. Lucasfilm had struggled to recapture what made Star Wars culturally significant. Marvel has flooded the market with content that varies wildly in quality, leading to franchise fatigue. Pixar has released sequels that feel financially motivated rather than creatively inspired. The underlying issue is that these studios have prioritized quantity over quality, brand management over creative vision, and safe bets over innovative storytelling. Another appealing aspect of anime is its primary focus on storytelling rather than overtly political messaging. I want to be clear, I'm not interested in heavy-handed politics from either side of the spectrum. I don't need constant patriotic messaging or religious themes inserted into every narrative. By that same token, I don't want entertainment that makes me feel guilty about aspects of my identity or history I do not have control over. What I am looking for is balance and nuance. Modern Western entertainment often falls into predictable patterns where certain perspectives are consistently mocked and certain viewpoints are presented as the only acceptable way to think. These tired tropes appear again and again, and they're less offensive than simply boring and creatively lazy. Anime generally avoids these pitfalls, not because it's apolitical. Many animes do explore social themes and philosophical ideas, but because it approaches these topics through storytelling rather than direct contemporary political commentary. The focus remains on character development, world building, and narrative progression. I'm looking for engaging stories that challenge me intellectually and move me emotionally, not sermons disguised as entertainment. I've also grown increasingly wary of Hollywood's endless cycle of cinematic universes, franchise extensions, and unnecessary reboots. While these properties may initially generate excitement, the constant sequels and remakes have become stale and formulaic. Anime, by contrast, offers remarkably diverse storytelling and consistent surprises that engage me. Consider the reboot phenomenon. Did anyone genuinely ask for new versions of The Crow or Roadhouse? We're seeing spin-offs of increasingly minor properties. Meanwhile, successful film franchises like John Wick are being stretched with multiple sequels and spin-offs. Every profitable IP has been developed into a cinematic universe, often feeling forced and prioritizing franchise building over individual film quality. While some anime properties run extensively, I'm thinking of Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Bleach, most tell their stories and conclude gracefully. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood tells a complete story in 64 episodes and then ends. Cowboy Bebop is only 26 episodes. Death Note is only 37 episodes. These series understood that knowing when to end is just as important as knowing how to begin. There's an understanding that not every property needs to be milked indefinitely, and that sometimes the most satisfying stories conclude definitively. I'm genuinely drawn to anime's distinctive visual styles and artistic approach. The vibrant color palettes, distinctive character designs, and impressive animation create a visually captivating experience I find largely unmatched in Western animation. The aesthetic appeal, combined with compelling narratives across diverse genres, has made anime consistently rewarding. Anime employs a wide range of artistic styles depending on genre and creative vision. Action series feature fluid, dynamic animation that conveys motion and intensity viscerally. Slice of life series use softer palettes and detained backgrounds to create intimate, emotionally resonant moments. Psychological thrillers use visual composition and lighting to build tension and atmosphere. By comparison, many Western animated shows share a similar visual style that just doesn't appeal to me. Shows like Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Adventure Time, and Rick and Morty may have strong writing at times, and I've heard excellent things about their quality, but visually, they don't engage me the way that anime does. There's a simplified aesthetic that has dominated Western television animation, and while it has its advantages, it doesn't provide the visual richness that draws me to animation as a medium. Anime also offers genuine diversity in ways that feel organic rather than forced. While male protagonists are common, there are numerous compelling female characters who are complex and well-developed. These characters aren't defined by contrasting themselves with male characters or constantly asserting their independence. They're simply well-rounded individuals with agency and depth. Consider characters like Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell or Revi from Black Lagoon. These are powerful female characters whose strength comes from being fully realized people within their narratives, not from putting down male characters. More importantly, anime presents diversity in perspectives, backgrounds, personalities, and motivations, elements that matter far more to storytelling than surface-level presentation. I appreciate characters with depth beyond a single defining trait. When someone's entire personality revolves around one characteristic, whether being a strong independent woman or constantly referring to their sexuality, it becomes one-dimensional and boring. Good characters are defined by their choices, relationships, growth, and struggles, not by demographic category. They also don't have to constantly hit you over the head with who and what they are. Great characters can have their identity inform their perspective, but it shouldn't be their only characteristic. There's a broader pattern worth addressing. The Western entertainment industry has shifted dramatically towards quantity over quality. Streaming services need constant content, leading to a flood of production that inevitably compromises quality. This environment does not foster creativity or risk-taking. It encourages playing it safe and delivering predictable content. Anime has its own production challenges, but the structure often allows for more focused creative visions. Many anime are adaptations with complete storylines to draw from, and even original anime typically have planned arcs and endpoints. This allows for more cohesive narratives with proper pacing and satisfying conclusions. My shift towards anime has been driven by a desire for original, engaging storytelling, something I've found increasingly lacking in Western media. I've become disenchanted with entertainment that prioritizes messaging over narrative quality, values quantity over craftsmanship, and relies on brand recognition rather than creative risk-taking. This isn't to say that all Western media is poor and that anime is universally superior. However, on balance, I've found that anime more consistently delivers compelling stories, interesting characters, visual artistry, and narratives that prioritize engaging the audience over lecturing them. As I continue exploring Japanese media, I'm continually impressed by the breadth and diversity of what the medium offers. From psychological thrillers to romantic comedies, from epic fantasies to intimate dramas, anime provides seemingly endless variety and consistently delivers experiences that captivate and inspire me. If you've had similar experiences, I'd love to hear about them down in the comments. Have you noticed similar trends? Have your viewing habits recently changed? Let's have a conversation. I'm curious whether others have had parallel experiences or completely different perspectives. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.